weather's warming up, the flowers are budding, the trees are getting leaves on them, I know you're itching to go camping. That RV travel trailer motorhome's been setting all winter. It's itching to go camping too. So in this video, I'm going to show you a step-by-step guide on de-winterizing your RV travel trailer so that you can head down the road as quick as possible. Stay tuned, it's easier than you think. Seriously need to clean it. That's going to be soon. Visually check around your doors, your awnings, all your little lights, back of the refrigerator, and other storage compartments. Open up where your water heater is. Make sure there's no bees nest or rodents nest. Check the back of it. Just look to see if there's anything that you see that doesn't look right. And if you feel like you can't fix it, hire someone that can fix it the proper way. Don't halfway do it. There's nothing worse than rolling a camping trip and something break down or break or fall apart. Check around your windows. See if there's any cracks, holes, anything that could be wrong. Check around your storage compartments. Check your tires. See if there's any cracks. Check the tread wear. Go through all of that. Here's another thing I want to point out. These little rubber covers right here. You can take a little screwdriver, just careful not to tear them up, pop them off. On every wheel, there's a grease fitting behind it. You want to get you a grease gun and grease those fittings regularly. And also, your leaf spring bolts. You can't see the grease fitting from this side because when I installed these, I put the grease fitting on the back side of it to make it a little easier. Go ahead and grease those while you're at it. Go ahead and charge it. Turn your gas tank on. Check your jack if it's up or down. Make sure it all still works good. While you're outside, go ahead and open all your compartments up. Take everything out. I've already done it just for the sake of time. We won't go over that, but just check to make sure there's no rodents got it in it and built any nests or chewed anything up. While you have them all open too, make sure to double check for any water damage or anything that could be wrong. Plus it's a good chance to air these out. They've been closed up for several months. Probably some longer, some less, but just open them up and get a good look inside of them. So once you get on the roof, you want to go by and inspect all your joints. Make sure there's no cracks or holes, or make sure the roof doesn't have any holes in it. Make sure to look around each one. Your antenna, your air conditioner, all the seams, your bathroom vents. Around each corner, particularly around the corners. It seems to be the most troublesome areas. This is a good time too, since you're up here, to go ahead and take the cover off your air conditioner. Make sure there's no bees nest or anything in that. Not gonna get into that today. Also a good time to get up here and clean it. That'll be a different video for a different time. Right now I'm just inspecting, make sure there's nothing wrong with it. Make sure that no water can get in any kind of places. If you see anything, take care of it immediately. As you can see, I'm already hooked up to the shore power, so next thing I want to do is I want to go in and run the slide out, the awning out, make sure everything's working fine, make sure there's no cracks or holes or breaks in it, check for water damage. Once you have your slide out, go ahead and check your gaskets. Make sure you don't see any cracks or holes or breakage. Once again, if you see anything wrong with it, take care of it now before your first camping trip. Get underneath it. Check underneath, same thing, check the floor. Got gaskets underneath. Buy you some slide out grease and spray these arms. Yours will probably look a little different. Check those, make sure there's nothing falling apart, breaking, all that kind of good stuff. Check around the seams. You'll be able to tell if there's any water damage. Right now everything looks good, just a little bit dirty. While you're underneath, go ahead and check underneath the whole RV. Look for any holes, anything falling down, any rodent damage. Anything that may be broken again, front to back, side to side. You can check your wiring, your gas hoses, your water tank, your black and gray tanks. And again, yours may be a little different. This is just what mine is. Mine's a 2014 Jayco 267 bunkhouse. Other than being a little wet, the awning looks pretty good. There's no holes, which I did just replace it last year. So I wouldn't expect there to be any holes. I always buy you some silicone. Spray these arms a little bit so everything works smoothly. Check your shocks. Check the material. Make sure it goes in and out fine. And then time to head inside. So when you come inside, first thing you want to do is turn on your lights. Make sure you don't have any lights blown or any of that kind of stuff. So far, so good. Open up your cabinets if you have any. Visually check for water leaks. See if there has been any water leaks. Check in the corners. Again, this is the first time I'm doing it this year too, so we're doing it together. I don't see any sign of any leaks. All my lights are working. Refrigerators, I leave it open all year long. Microwave seems to be good. Light over the stove is good. We'll check all that in a minute. No water damage in any of these kind of places. Bunkhouse is a little messed up, but the little girls that sleep in here kind of be a little destructive sometimes. They all look good. No water damage, no cracks. Look in every corner, every cabinet, everything you can find. Make sure you double check it. Bathroom looks good. Don't see any damage. Around the floor, that all looks fine. For the places that are hard to reach, I hired a little help. Got my granddaughter, Gracie, the one you saw on the fishing video, if you did go and watch it. And got her to get up and stick her hand inside the cabinets and look around to make sure there was no damage where the places that was hard for me to see. And no, folks, she's not for hire. She's only helping me. So sorry for your luck. Anything you want to say, Grace?
No.
All your RVs, travel trailers, all of them that have any kind of propane in them should have a carbon monoxide monitor, which ours is right here as soon as you come through the door. You just want to press that for a second, make sure that it's working. Don't forget to do the smoke alarm. I just checked mine, the battery is dead. That'll stop in a second. The battery is dead, so I'm gonna have to replace the battery, but make sure at the start of every season that you do change your batteries. So make sure you check your fire extinguishers. Seems to be okay. This one's got a little tab on top of it sticking up green, means it's okay. Yours may have a little gauge on the front of it. Just double check it, make sure that it's okay. Don't pull it out and try to spray it or anything, because then it won't be okay. Next, check your air conditioner and your heating units. Make sure they all are in working order. Clean the filter if you need it. Mine's set up a little differently. Some of you may have a thermostat. Mine, you just turn it on the buttons here. After you turn your air conditioning unit on, step outside, make sure everything seems to be doing good. Once you get your air conditioner checked, come over, turn your furnace on, turn the temperature to where it needs to be. Listen for it to kick on. You'll hear the fan first, then you'll hear the actual heat outside. Once it ignites, you'll hear it. Of course, it takes it a little bit because it's got to bleed the gas through the lines. I just heard it kick on. Make sure there's heat coming out of it. One thing also to look for too is rodents like to build inside the vent lines. You'll see it come to the front of the vent. Make sure you don't have any of that. So far, so good. I've had it happen before. That's the reason I'm telling you. A couple different times they built a nest in there. When I turned the vent on, it blew the nest up to this. Now that I've already bled the gas lines by running the furnace, you want to come over and turn your refrigerator to auto. or you can go to gas to make sure it lights. When it lights, a little light right here will come on and stay on. If it doesn't light, it'll keep flashing. I always keep it to auto. A lot of controversy of whether you should leave it on while traveling down the road. Some people say it's fine to leave the gas on. Some people say it's not. Me personally, I just let it run till the last thing I do and I turn it off. I don't want to take no chance. For the sake of time, I went ahead and lit the stove. As you can see, they're all working, so we're all good there. You can go ahead and start your microwave. Once you get enough water in the tank, you turn your little water pump switch on, or you can hook up to the fresh water on the outside and bypass the tank. But for this video, I just wanted to run the pump so I can check all the plumbing, make sure the pump works. After you turn the pump on, you want to head outside and open up the pressure release valve on your hot water tank. After your water heater gets water in, then you can come in and turn on your water heaters. I always do the gas one first and listen to it and make sure that it ignites outside. You can hear it when it takes off. You can actually see it too. Once the water pump gets purged all the air out of it, come through and start opening up your valves, your faucets. You see the antifreeze coming out. If you did put antifreeze in it, some people blow it with air. I kind of do both, just to be on the safe side. Let that run for a good bit, flush all the antifreeze out, make sure all the air is out of the line. Do the hot and the cold, as you can see. It's okay to make you a checklist on paper so that you don't forget anything. I have mine right here in front of me that I try to follow, make sure I don't miss anything. I want to make sure that when I hook up and I pull into that campground that everything is going to work like it's supposed to, because I don't want any hiccups. All I want to do is have fun. So now you're all ready to go. You've got the RV ready. You've got the truck ready. You got the motorhome ready. Pick a new destination. I have plenty that I've been to, plenty I want to visit. We love them all. The main thing is get out in the woods, get out on the riverbank, get out on the lake, wherever it is you prefer to camp. Thank you for joining us. We love you. God bless. Have a wonderful day.
Roses are red, violets are blue. I love camping, and so do you.